Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Clannad After Story, episode 11. Tomoya has a job and his own place.
They're getting domestic.
Yep, that's right.
They're, kinda, you know?
It's like she hasn't actually, like, moved in, but he's definitely thinking of the future. He's definitely eyeing, like, the odd couple and the kids that he sees, you know?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
This is inevitable. This is inevitable. Like, this is happening.
Tale as old as time.
The question is, what's going to stir up some conflict to keep these characters away from their potential marital bliss?
I'm sure nothing. I'm sure it's gonna go just fine. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, definitely.
Yep. No problem. Smooth sailing from here on out. Yeah.
Let's hope. But bringing back previous characters that, you know, he can then work with, it's pretty cool.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
Getting more time with Akio.
Always a good thing.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Think he's gonna pop the question pretty soon.
It is definitely on his mind, it would seem.
Does seem like it. Maybe at the end of this episode or
That'd be pretty cool.
in the next episode at some
Yeah.
point. But yeah. Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Every morning.
いや、まだギシギシ言ってるよ。少しは楽になってきたけど。
But I'm Japanese. Isn't that what you're doing too?
In this country's work culture, don't hold your breath.
おはようございます。おう。早く着替えろ。はい。スパナの持ち方が違う。何でもやってみせただろ。
Yep.
すいません。ネジ止め剤をつけすぎだ。それからネジは対角線に止めていく。
Yes!
すいません。
Yes!
気を抜いてると怪我。
Oh shit, I know like half the things he's talking about.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
ただいま。
おかえりなさいです。今日はスタミナつくように豚さん買ってきました。
そうか。
Oh my gosh. Oh, so,
すぐできますから休んでてください。お風呂も沸いてます。
Would you like dinner? A bath? Or...
今俺は渚に支えられていた。渚は俺を心配して毎日様子を見に来てくれる。
No.
腐らずに頑張ることができた。なんであんなやりにくい動きなんだお前は。何のことですか。両手を使う方が動きやすいだろう。
Yeah.
なぜもっと右手を使わない。
Yeah. If anything, like, all it would take is for you to have to raise up the ladder like three rungs, basically, and then he would be able to use both, right? So why not just do that?
あ、なんだ渚。
さっきから呼んでる
Oh,
のに
omurice.
全然返事してくれないです。
悪い。ちょっと仕事のことを考えてた。
But if you're not here when you're here...
Yeah.
ことが大変なのに、私一方的におしゃべりしちゃってます。ごめんなさい。
Multiple instances of him not being upfront about things with someone.
いい気分転換になってるんだから。
It's true.
右肩を痛めてること、吉野さんに言った方が良くないですか？
Yeah.
仕事をさせてもらえ
I
ない。
mean, that's fair, true,
そうでしょう。
but...
吉野さんが許してくれても親方が許可しないかもしれない。
Okay.
あの会社、あれでそこそこ給料はいいんだ。
They've settled into a rhythm. But that's where monotony and
どうした？
apathy can set in.
寂しくないですか？
Huh?
私が帰った後は智也くん、あの部屋で一人ぼっちになります。
一人になったらすぐ寝ちまうから関係ないよ。つまんないこと心配しないで早く帰れ。
I'm so exhausted anyway, you know?
Yeah.
But that wasn't the initial question. It was, aren't you lonely? Not about whether or not you sleep, but...
今度の日曜日、どっかに行かないか？
Oh!
すみません。日曜日は模試があるんです。
もしって、お前進学しないだろう。
それでもみんなと同じように試験を受けてみたいです。
ここんとこちょっとすれ違い気味だな、俺たち。
Oh.
ああ、気にすんな。頑張っていい点取れよ。だからって。なんであんたに付き合う？
Haha! You'll thank me later.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. I'm so concerned. Oh my god! Yes!
I forgot about this. Oh man.
This is amazing! They're literally just lightsabers.
Yep. Man, if only those things actually automatically retracted from the button.
The real thing.
We played with those things so much as kids.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? Mr. Lizard, yes.
It died from lack of oxygen.
He looked into the camera! My boy, yes. This is how we flirt.
Exactly, foreplay.
Oh my god. And immediately over here, he's got his hand behind his back. Yep. Oh my god.
Specific one.
Dead! They're dead!
Yep.
I will save you!
Tomoya did it, not me.
Than usual, right. They're beloved by the neighborhood. It's like, oh yes, they're so in love.
Right. Still. Yeah, when she got back from school.
An anniversary of them dating? Oh, okay. Right, the name of the episode. She's doing it to the tune of the Dongo family. It's cute. Promised! Bruh.
And now she's kind of doing the thing that you've been doing, and...
See, that's the thing. Why can't he go up more? There's extra rungs. He's literally just making this harder intentionally at that point. That's what life is about.
That's right. I've got your back, you got mine.
Oh! Oh, let's go!
He's really going hard.
What a bro. Hell yeah. Oh, come on. Now? It's almost 8 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Yoshino. Let's go.
回路ごとと最後に全部。被膜はきちんと取ったか。はい。長さもちゃんと測りました。お疲れ。
Nice.
戻ろう。
Yeah.
I love the little detail of him using his left hand and shows his ring on there.
それじゃあ先に学校に行ってますね。
ああ、後で校門のところで待ち合わせな。
Nice. Okay. I swear to God! Don't pick up the damn phone! Oh no.
さっき吉野から連絡があってね、ミスに気がついたから直してくるって言うんだよ。
すいませんでした。俺がちゃんとやってれば。お前のせいじゃない。そんな。昨日お前が帰った後気づいたんだ。だがもう夜だったから作業は今日に回した。お前の不始末を見つけられなかったのは俺のミスだ。
Yeah, they didn't go up to check it out specifically.
Yep.
早く行ってやれ。
Yeah.
責任を取らせてください。ダメだ。お願いします。
My man, you're like avoiding Nagisa at this point. Okay.
Let's do this quickly.
I mean, yeah, he's just meeting her at a place later, so as long as he's there and doesn't make her wait a long time. And it's over, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
やっぱりお仕事だったんですね。そうだろうって思ってました。ともやくんいっぱい汗かいてます。
ごめん。
ともやくんは何も謝るようなことしてないです。これ一緒に食べてくれますか？
Oh.
食べながら帰りましょう。
Baka. Mm-hmm.
ともやくん。
Okay. She's very sweet.
Yep.
おはようございます。
ミスター岡崎、昨日は大変だったそうだね。
吉野さんに聞いたよ。彼女とのデートすっぽかして仕事したんだって。
言ってくれりゃ俺が
Yoshino's a good dude.
Yeah.
すまなかったね。休日出勤ってやつはちゃんと出すからね。
俺てっきり怒られるかと思って来たんですけど。
ミスは誰にでもある。肝心なのはそれをどう取り返すかだ。お前はベストを尽くしたし、お客さんに迷惑もかからなかった。同じ失敗を繰り返さなければそれでいい。
You know what the mistake was, Nagazaki?
Mm-hmm.
いずれお前の後輩ができた時に、そいつの失敗をフォローしてやれ。それがお前の仕事だ。
Ha! Point.
Yeah.
愛だ。
That's right. Just in case it wasn't clear.
覚えておきます。
The mistake was accepting work that late at night when you didn't need to do it.
Oh, yeah.
ああ、岡崎くん。これやっとできたよ。
岡崎急げ。
はい。
Promoted? What does it mean?
I don't know.
You should know, though.
I don't.
It's literally your job. Like,
Hey.
You don't remember, like, a... I mean, I'm assuming it's an official one rather than, like, a paper one.
Right, yeah, like...
It's not that a promotion or anything. It's just the one that he was hooking up before was, like, literally just a paper stand-in.
Right, like, you're the new dude, you know,
right.
And now it's like you're a full-fledged member of the team kind of thing.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Right. He's got a, full-on, like, plastic one or laminated one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot about the fucking
Wonderful.
lightsaber scene.
That was wonderful.
It was just
that
great.
was so stupid, but I love it.
It's like that. Hey, Tomoya, you're new to this adulting thing. Yes, work hard at your job. That's important. All that stuff.
Sometimes you got to channel the kid and
That's right.
return to monkey. And just,
Yeah.
Wah! I kind of loved how much this was something just completely out of the blue. No connection to really
Who knows if it'll ever be brought up or touched on again?
anything in the story. It was a loose way for them to have a setup so that they could put a lizard down Sanai's dress so that they could go running around and then have Nagisa be like, oh, no one goes running around with them.
Yeah, like that's new.
You guys are special, or you're special, So,
Yeah.
But yeah, this episode kind of gave us
It was just another day in the life.
not really that much. The main thing I think was the Yoshino stuff, in that we now realize a lot more, and it's mostly for his sake, but mostly that Tomoya understands Is it Tomoya or Tomoyo?
Tomoyo is gray hair girl.
Tomoya, thank you.
Yeah, Tomoya is...
Tomoya understands that that they're on his side, and he doesn't need to fake perform, do all this kind of stuff to be like, I will always say yes, I will never say no, I will.
These people are not the same people maybe at the school that would be like, oh, you're a delinquent. You have been putting in good work. You can ask for things.
Yeah.
You can be open about, like complications and things like that.
You can say no to your boss.
Yeah. Or
this is probably the thing that I actually was really, really impressed with, was showing a mature work dynamic and work environment, is that a lot of people, when they're like, managers are horrible and stuff like that, that's one of the things that's usually like slightly involved in that in some ways, is that it's more like, well, maybe you're not the best employee either, but like the manager's not horrible, they're just not a good manager,
Sure.
And then this guy's not a great manager at all, because he asked and kind of manipulated Tomoya to do that thing at the end by like, please, I'll beg you, please do this.
And on top of it, it's a situation where Tomoya is the new guy and he hasn't transitioned into doing his work on his own yet.
No, totally. But the manager should have more responsibility with that. Since he's the new guy, he's in some ways taking advantage of that by doing that there. But because the manager called Yoshino immediately, that's something that makes up for that a little bit. But it could have also been a thing of where it's like, Yoshino, I don't want to drive him anymore, so can you do that?
Oh yeah, that is definitely the kind of vibe that I got.
And also, I need you to check to see if his work is good.
Right. Well,
which is like, why not just ask Yoshino to do it then?
Well,
just give him overtime.
Right. Yeah. And like I have other things that I need to do.
What,
it's like
on the weekend?
Well, or I mean,
it wasn't the weekend. It was Friday night.
Right. It's late at
Friday
night.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, granted, the manager's older, right? And he is, the manager. So like having the younger workers come in and do that stuff totally makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't actually go there with you to help supervise because that's probably what would be more required. I'll instead go and do something else and then call Yoshino. But then as a result of that, Yoshino isn't actually supervising the job when it's being done. It's like there were corners that were being cut by the people there. Hey, that granted, that's a decision that the manager is making.
Yeah.
So then it's just, okay, yeah. If it doesn't go perfectly, it's not all on Okazaki's head, right?
Yes, right. And the idea that then when they came back, or when Tomoya came back to the place of work in the the beginning of the week, like the Monday or what have you, they're like, oh yeah, it's all good. Like yeah, this stuff happens, and the manager's like, I'll pay you overtime for that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's the least you should do.
Right.
But
I think legally, you'd probably be required to.
Yeah, exactly.
I would hope so. I don't know Japan's laws, but
But that whole thing is one that makes me really confident about their environment being one where they're like, hey, if you can't do a thing, you can ask someone else to do
right.
it.
Oh, shoot, you should have told us that, you had a thing that, you needed to get to, Yeah.
Right. A lot of being an adult is communication. And when you're a kid, you're expected to not have to be the one initiating communication.
Sure.
People go to you and go, hey, little guy, what's wrong? Is everything okay? You can just... That's a baby more so. But even as a teen and stuff like that, you're not expected to initiate all the communication.
Well, yeah, and especially when you're in like a new situation for something. Yes,
there's defined hierarchy.
Right.
Roles,
you do need to communicate, but you also are
Totally.
supposed to be the one that's like listening and taking things in, right? But, there's that other side of things where it's the communicating that you don't know something, right?
Communicating that you need help with something. Communicating that you're incapable of doing something.
Yep. And I loved the talk that Tomoya had with Yoshino, and he's like, I've noticed now, that your right shoulder is not working too good. What's up?
Yep.
And he's like, well, I'm trying to do this. And he's like, okay, I'll respect your decision to try and do all of this in spite of that, and I'll help cover for you. And I'd expect that you'd do the same for me. But then it's like, oh, wait, no, you actually are kind of hesitant to have Yoshino cover for you because he totally could have gone up there and checked.
Yep.
Granted, you're wanting to impress him and everything, and hey, it sounded like he actually like he did a good job. He covered all of the stuff, but there probably was just some little thing that he missed that is, you know, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that
classic.
That's fair, you know. Right.
Yeah, I've been on work kind of situations where people ask you to close up and stuff, and then you do something that you weren't supposed to do, and it causes all kinds of damage. I had one time where I worked at an ice cream place, and the girl that I was closing down with told me to turn off the lights to these freezers, and there's a whole bunch of them with a bunch of ice cream in them. And I was like, what, the switch here at the bottom? And she's like, yeah. So I do it, and all the freezers make this sound. But the lights go off.
Yep. It was the very bottom switch.
It was the very bottom switch. But the thing was, is from her perspective, it was the only switch at the bottom that you could theoretically push or, you know, switch.
This was like a grubby little metal, like, nub sticking out. That's, you know.
No, it was barely sticking out. You had to, like, dig your fingernail and thumb in there and, like, hit it. So I turned off all the freezers.
Like the easy plastic switch that just, you know.
Yeah, I turned off all the freezers at night in a summer, you know, town or what have you. Ended up costing them like thousands of dollars of ice cream when it was all melted in the next morning and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get fired, but it was a thing of where they were like, okay, cool, we're now going to make sure that everybody knows exactly where this thing is.
It's one of those things where, in the same way that, like, when Tomoya goes to, like, the work in the morning and he's all, like, very, like, formal, right? You know, he's like, good morning, I'm here to start the work day, you know, and they're all just like, oh, yeah, you know, right? The whole thing of them just sort of, this whole kerfuffle came about as a result of them not being as formal as they could have been because they're a lot more comfortable with the situation.
For sure.
But then something ends up happening. Yeah.
And there you go.
Yep.
But okay,
Nagisa,
you too.
Passing like ships, understandable. That's something that happens when, you know, you enter the workforce and she's still going to school and all that stuff.
Yep.
But then, oh, hey, she keeps sort of like asking what's going on in your attempt to put a strong face on it and everything. You're not really being open with her. And then, hey, suddenly the reverse ends up happening, and I don't think you like that very much, but it's like that's the example that you're setting, you know, for how the dynamic's going to work, so... yeah.
But yeah, all right. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
I hope it goes well. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below. For our Patreon, you can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yes, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.